You're probably wondering what's with this rigged out hatchback I'm showing right now. It's a BMW, and it's not a hatchback, but a crossover. It's the new swag BMW X2. Jesus, dude, what the f—
Stop saying that!
BMW's OCD struck hard, people thinking, we really need to complete the X suite, guys. The X7 is going to be here soon and we're missing the X2. But what should that be? With these dimensions, it couldn't have been something coupe because it would have ended looking like the Mini Coupe, and no one wants something like that happening again. So it needed to follow the X1 practicality, but with added charm. Well, by added charm we of course mean a slopey roof, even for a tiny bit, big wheels and a daring face that makes no sense to us. Round, triangular, round, sharp. What the hell is happening here? Fun fact, the X2 is the only BMW with an upside down grille which gets wider at the bottom.
This is the first modern BMW to have its badge mounted here on the C-pillar, just like the uber cool 1972 CSL Batmobile. So basically every BMW fan should buy an X2 right now.
The interior is what X1 offers, more or less. Focused driving position, seats with strong lateral support, all encouraging you to enjoy the ride. Materials, at least on our test car, are from the top shelf, and the fit and finish is of course faultless, although maybe a bit too severe for a jolly automotive segment. The already irreproachable BMW infotainment system takes yet another step forward through its new feature, wireless Apple CarPlay connectivity. This comes of course along with the optional wireless smartphone charging pad.
Let's address this car's rear seat room, because it's important to know just how cramped the X2 is compared to its run-of-the-mill sibling, the X1. As a 6-footer, I really cannot complain. I mean, in an X4, I'd probably suffer more for that extra chic bit. Knee room is what I'd call decent for a tall person, and without the optional panoramic roof, you even have spare room for fluffy hair.
Regarding the boot space, don't worry yoga moms, there's plenty of room for that fluffy ball you'd carry with you anywhere.
This being said, the BMW X2 does its job in looking peculiar, convincing you this is the car you'd wish for night drives, which is exactly what we're going to do now. I jokingly stated that the X2 is a crossover, not a hatchback, although it does look like a hatchback. Actually, it doesn't even feel like a crossover. I mean, you're not high off the ground and you don't have a bulky hood to look over, and it doesn't even have that SUV finesse when it comes to comfort and suspension setting and damping. I genuinely feel like I'm driving a hatchback. This cannot be called a crossover. Why would you call this a crossover? It's a niche within a niche. That being said, this is not the most comfortable crossover I have driven. I realized just how stiff this X2 is when I landed on cobblestone, just like I am now. But again, it's worth mentioning that this is the X2 in its stiffest form, with the M Sport suspension massaging your kidneys and all. I'm not sure I can encourage anyone to buy the X2 with the M Sport suspension, especially when running a diesel engine. I mean, why would you do that? Well, the M Sport suspension grants you some sporty accents, but you'll have to pay the price when it comes to ride comfort. Are you up for that? If you wanna look pretty, you'll have to pay the price.
If stiffness is not what you're looking for, opt for the adaptive suspension system that mellows the car a bit at the push of a button, and tune down the wheel's diameter while you're at it.
This is an xDrive25d, which means it runs a 2-liter turbocharged diesel packing 230 horsepower and is mated to an 8-speed automatic, which runs just fine, and the 2-liter 4-pot is the biggest engine you can fit in this car. If you want something different, you can opt for a 3-cylinder, a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder.
Feeling like I'm in a hatchback went to the extent of even enjoying a bit of sportiness delivered by the X2, while off camera of course. In xDrive form, the car stays on track just like a quirky hatch would do, although all the active safety equipment the car comes with would quickly ask you to calm down, family man.
Like it or not, a feasible reality is that the X2 will be one of BMW's best sellers. And that's because people have a stupid craze for crossovers nowadays. Crossovers and SUVs and whatever has wheels and sits a bit higher off the ground. So, yeah, I may just be driving the future BMW Star. And however stupid that sounds, well, it's the world we live in. Oh look, it's a Bentayga. My car is also stylish. It's a beautiful car, this one, and a stylish car actually. It's a stylish car, and as with any stylish car, it costs you money.
Compared to its bland sibling X1, the X2 asks you just a couple €1,000 more. The margin between the X2 and the X3 is about €3,000 for a base xDrive20i, but it grows larger once you dive in the optional equipment list. All in all, the X2 is the most practical even-numbered BMW model so far, if you stubbornly ignore the 2 Series Grand Tourer's existence, of course. It has more flair than the X1 without compromising on practicality, which is truly rare nowadays. This, ladies and gents, might just be BMW's new shining star.